the game, cause see the boxing voice.
Welcome back, gang, for the first time and hopefully many more to come. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click on the notifications right here, this little bell, so you can get those emails every time we go live.
All right, how you doing, man? I'm with Jose Ramirez, WBC champ. Ready for Sunday, huh, champ?
More than ready, man. It's going to be great.
Great. Hey, thanks for taking the time, man. And we have our Patreons, our loyal subscribers, hardcore boxing fans. And so they send in the questions, and we ask them from the Boxing Voice. Okay, sounds good. The first one is from Rhythm and Violence. He asks, how do you feel that Regis Prograis believes that you do not have knockout power?
You know, I think every fighter is due to their own, opinion based on what they see with other fights, or maybe something they saw in one of my fights. But that doesn't matter, man. It matters until the day he's up there and is able to really say how hard I hit. You know what I mean? So all that his stuff is extra, brother. The day we make it happen is the day he's gonna find out.
In the ring.
In the ring.
Right, Jose. One more question. A couple more questions. I got a Brandon Maurice. He says, with the World Boxing Super Series looking like it's set to be canceled, how soon can you see you face Regis Prograis?
Very soon. Hopefully it does get canceled, man. Yeah, cancer, because it has to get canceled for the reason that the slack I got from from not entering the tournament, and it's again, my overall opinion about the tournament. I thought it was a good tournament for those that don't have a platform behind them. I'm lucky that ESPN is behind Top Rank, my promoter. If
right.
ThaBoxingvoice was my promoter, then I would be in that tournament, because ThaBoxingvoice has no network behind them. So, and that's where Prograis is at. So I think it was good for those fighters to make money, because then we're not going to make money anywhere else. And I have ESPN behind me, where I'm doing really, really good. And if it does get canceled, then that means I get to face these guys a lot earlier.
Right. Okay.
And that'd be nice.
Right. Definitely, because that's what you want. Unification. You want unification.
Those guys don't have, like I said, some of these guys don't have networks behind them, which means it's easier to make the fights happen. I would love to face Maurice Hooker, but he has the zone with Eddie Hearns behind him, which obviously, like I said earlier in the press conference, they don't want to share the fighters with each other's networks, because they have a commitment with the networks. So Top Rank won't allow me to go into the zone unless it has to go in the purse bid, right? Right.
It has to make sense.
And
dollars.
Hopefully they allow that, but if they don't, then Prograis, he doesn't fight for the zone, because ThaBoxingvoice has him jumping around. So I think Prograis, it's a fight that could happen a lot sooner than probably the one of Maurice Hooker, if the tournament doesn't continue on.
Right. Yeah. It seems like everybody wants to see you face Prograis.
Yeah, they do, because he does good with his promotion. He does good in his social media.
Right. Okay. I got another one. Anthony Edwards. He says, what's your opinion on the state of the 140-pound division, and how soon can you see you able to fight another champion? So, what's the state?
Another thing, okay, Prograis would be great, but he's an interim. He's not a real champion. I'm a real champion. I want to go after the WBO.
Yeah.
I want to go after who has the IBF right now. He's in that tournament too.
Is that the IBF would be the Ivan I can't.
Ivan something. Yeah.
Bad trick.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
And then
Relic.
And then WBA. Yeah. There's another guy. So, those are the champions. Those are the titles I want to fight for. I want to unify.
Hey, that'd be great. Anthony Edwards with another one says, we've seen what having Robert Garcia in a fighter's corner can do for him. How much confidence does that give you, not only this coming fight, but as you size up potential matchups?
Listen, organically my power is developing. Me as a fighter, as time goes, I'm getting stronger naturally, and I'm finding my rhythm more and more. With that rhythm, I also need my confidence, and having a good team behind my corner like Robert Garcia, and the fighters he has that he works with, that's able to work with me in sparring, it only makes everything a lot nicer and better for me as a fighter. I'm only gonna grow, and I can't go past any fighter. And right now, the only thing that's in my mind right now is Cepeda. And I just hope to be able to give the fans a great fight. That's all I want to do, is go in the ring and leave my whole heart. You know, I'm well prepared mentally, physically, everything. I just leave it to God's hands and see what happens.
Right. Is that part of the plan? That you guys picked a southpaw? Is that part of the plan?
No, they threw that name. Tarbring threw that name at me, and I said, yeah. You know, any name they give me, I don't choose and pick my opponents.
Yeah, you definitely don't run from anybody. I mean, look at the last names that you fought. Antonio Orozco, now this Jose Cepeda, who's to be a tough fighter. And I mean, Mike Reed, Amir Rahman. I mean, you've been taking any name that they give you, and you've been taking them out, huh?
Yeah, you know, I just do my job and go in the ring. Listen, there's a lot of, just because you don't know them doesn't mean, you know, they're not good fighters.
Right.
There's guys who, like Adrian Brown, are well known, but they're already too comfortable. They don't train hard, you know. They don't perform, you know.
The hunger.
And they don't got the hunger no more, so it makes them less dangerous. There's guys like Pacquaio that who's a southpaw, and you know I would love to face a guy like Pacquiao too, and I'm ready for a guy like Pacquiao. But because you see,
now he's with PBC.
He's with PBC, and Bob Arum feels like he doesn't deserve what he once did as his first bid. You know, that's a hard fight to make happen, because Manny Pacquiao wants a lot for him to perform, which he deserves. You know, it just that business part I don't get into.
Right.
But I think that's a tough fight to make because of the money. Bob Arum doesn't feel like his purse should be so high up there in the millions, you know. And my job as a fighter is just I signed with the Top Rank, you know, and I've been with them since I went from my amateur career straight to Top Rank.
Right.
I'm just doing the best I could do, you know, to get those fights. I don't deal with the back headaches. The only thing I want to make sure is I get what I feel like I deserve to get paid when I do fight. I'm doing very good. I'm very happy.
Right, you leave your heart in the ring, and that's why everyone shows up in Fresno. 14,000.
Those are real fans. Those are real good fans, because those guys will come up to your fight and they cheer you on, good or bad. You know, and there's a lot of people that call themselves true boxing fans, but then they're also the ones that criticize the fighters so easily.
Boxing fans, yeah, they do turn, right?
They were good boxing fans, and they will respect fighters a little bit more, because we go through a lot. I mean, you know, you see it with some of those guys, the young Puerto Rico fighter who went into coma, and then now Donna Stevenson that went into coma, you know, and we really, you know, we have a family, man, and we train hard, and you know, we really put our lives in that, you know, in the line to entertain you guys.
Yeah, it's a lot of dedication.
It's a lot of dedication.
Yeah, with the diet, with the training. Yeah, the Boxing Voice actually started a thing called Border Wars. I don't know if you ever heard of it. It's Border Wars, where the hosts and callers, they actually train for like 3 months, and then we go into the ring and we fight each other with contracts and weights and everything.
That's awesome, dude. You should go back to that.
Just to show some respect. I actually was in it. The last one I was in it. I lost by decision. I lost by decision to Info Joe, the great Info Joe.
That's good, because that makes you a better analyst and a better interview, and it allows you to do your job better, because you understand it with the
respect.
With the respect
yeah.
and experience you probably had.
Right. Okay, one last one. I got Jose Garcia. He says, have you sparred Mikey, and do you think he has a chance on beating Earl Spence?
Listen, I sparred Mikey, my last camp before Roscoe, just 2 rounds, I believe. He was finishing off his rounds, and he needed 2 more, and I stepped up, and then I went on and continued 8 more rounds with some other guys after. But it was good, man. It was a good sparring session. You know, we're both very experienced. We are both very composed, and I think anybody that was watching that learned a lot from both me and Mikey. Now with this ability, he's trying. I know he's training really hard. I only got to see him the last 2 weeks of my training camp, because he was up north doing his conditioning with the snack program.
Right, the snack facility.
But I did see him, and he does look like he's putting on the weight well, which is a good positive thing, because sometimes people just put it out of nowhere, you know. And I think he's developing his body to get used to that weight, which is a very smart thing to do. Like, he took that time of 8 weeks to go before his 8 weeks of actual boxing. He took 8 weeks to go out there, or 6-7 weeks to go out there up north to train. He's training like he wants to win, and if he believes he could win, that's why he's training. He's training hard. He's pushing himself, and if he believes it, why shouldn't? Who are we to tell him that he shouldn't? You know, I'm no one to say that he doesn't have a chance. He obviously does have a chance because he's training very hard, and if he believes it, that's all that matters, man. If any other opinion doesn't. I mean, it makes things more interesting, but he is pushing himself, and I know Errol Spence is a good fighter too, man. He's a very respectful, quiet guy too. He was my Olympic teammate, and I know his work ethic. So the winners are going to be you guys, the fans, man.
Right.
So make sure you guys enjoy that fight on March 16th.
And on Sunday, make sure they tune in to see you.
February 10th, man, on ESPN. You know, go to church, come back, turn on the ESPN, and catch me live. The fight starts at 4 p.m. And the television part starts at 4 p.m. from 4 to 6, I believe. 4 to 6. We got good fights. We have Raimundo Beltran, you know, fighting on the card against Okada, a Japanese, undefeated Japanese fighter. That fight should be very good.
Right, seen that.
And
Gabriel Flores Jr. and Vences.
We have Andy Vences.
Saul Rodriguez.
Saul Rodriguez from Riverside. He's also fighting on the card.
It's a patch card.
It's we got some other names too who are prospects. I believe Olympians as well. On the card.
Top Rank always stacks the cards.
Top Ranks now they're really, you know, Top Rank does a really good job choosing the fighters after the amateurs. After the Olympics, they don't go for all of them. They go for quality of the market, the way they could be marketable.
Right.
The way they could become superstars. And some of these guys might be from a country that we might not know or could pronounce, but they're global. They're signing them for a reason,
Right.
They're going to be in this card too.
If you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, Entitled, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.